How is this like the 4th or 5th video in this series covering the best epic champs in Raid, and we still haven't even touched on Tyrell yet? That is a crime. On that topic, on screen right now are going to be the names of all of the champions that we've covered already in this series. And you know what? If we've missed any sweet epics that you feel are totally underrated, make sure to drop them down below in the comments. Keep the series alive, keep it ticking. But dude, Tyrell, this guy is just a raid boss everywhere. Might actually be the best early game epic champ in all of Raid. Early game because not only is he really good in all of the normal dungeons, well, at least pretty damn good in most of the normal dungeons, but he's also just excellent against clan boss. Look at this A1 dude. Attacks one enemy 2 times each hit, having a fully bugged 50% chance of placing a strong decrease attack debuff for a couple of turns. Dude, absolutely nonsense, right? This is so reliable. Single target, clan boss, really excellent, right? The strong decrease attack debuff against clan boss is one of the absolute must-haves. On the A2, it's an attack all enemies with a 100% chance fully booked of placing a strong decrease defense, with also an added chance of placing a sleep if they're already under decreased attack. So just excellent stuff. Decreased defense, similar to decreased attack, one of those debuffs that's just excellent almost everywhere. And then on the A3, oh yeah, dude, actually, before we get to the A3, man, this guy is a defense scaling champion. That is really important as well, right? Because unlike an attack-based champion or even like a support-based champion or whatever, you can just spam build high defense stats on this guy and it scales his damage up as well, right? As well as increasing his survivability. It's just really big double whammy, and it really comes in big with the A3. This thing, single target, right? Attacks one enemy. It hits like a truck, okay? I actually checked up the damage scaling on this thing because it just seemed too ridiculous to be true. So you spam building defense on this guy. Damage is based on defense. The scaling is like 5.3 times your defense as damage scaling. To put that into context, this is 5.3 times your defense in terms of damage scaling. Now, of course, Rathalos' A2, yes, it's like a 4 times attack damage scaler, so it does have like a bunch of other effects that obviously make it a very strong ability. But just for like raw damage, this A3 is seriously no joke, man. 5.3 scaling is nuts. Also, attacks one enemy, decreases the 10 meter by 50%. If the attack fully depletes the 10 meter, it will also stun the target for 2 turns, no less. I mean, needless to say, looking at his ratings, he's just kind of really good everywhere. Again, best early game epic. Maybe in Raid, I don't know, man. Is that going too far? He's very good early game. We'll just leave it at that, right? And you know, man, stick with the high elves. Next up, we've got good old Neldo. Dude, how the hell did I not hear about this guy? Where is his Fire Knight's rating? There it is. How is this guy not a 5 when it comes to Fire Knight, dude? Right, because not only is he like pretty damn good into normal Fire Knight, because he has so many hits on his attacks, he's got a 4-hitter, a quad hitter on the A2, but he's also excellent into hard mode Fire Knight, right, where the freeze effects become so important. Dude, check out this guy's kit. I couldn't believe this, man. Dude, if you get this guy and you don't have a good answer yet to hard mode Fire Knight, this guy just completely unlocks that entire wing of content on your account, man. So the A1 is a triple hitter, each hit with a 30% chance or 40% fully bugged of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. Excellent stuff. The freeze debuffs are what are required to push back Fire Knight's turn meter in hard mode, so it's extremely crucial, and of course, hitting in 3 times helps a lot to break through the shield. The A2, like we've already said, is a quad hitter, with honestly, like, the debuff chance and stuff on this, the first and second hit and the third and fourth hit have chances to place different debuffs. One is a strong decrease attack, one's a strong decrease accuracy. It's almost certain that both of these go up. I mean, not with 100% consistency, but it's very likely, right? Quad hitter is just absolutely ridiculous. And on the A3, it's an attack all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a strong decrease speed debuff for a couple of turns. Also heals him for damage dealt as well. So all you'd want to do, I guess, I mean, would you just disable this against Fire Knight? I suppose you would. Hell, man, it doesn't stop there, dude. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, man. The passive is even more nuts. Whenever an ally places a freeze debuff, this champion has a 30% chance of just attacking in with his default skill, and his default skill is just mental. It's just busted, right? So this guy, dude, pair him up with like another freeze champ, get him into your Fire Knight teams. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just an absolute no-brainer. I can't believe how good he is, man. Anyway, man, time for your daily reminder to go ahead and use good old promo code GameLeap if you haven't already. It'll get you a free energy refill, it'll get you 100,000 silver, and it'll get you, what am I missing? 10 free experience brews. So get it used, man. Happy little freebies, courtesy of this channel. If you're looking to start off a new raid account anytime soon, make sure to start your new raid account by clicking the promo link down below at the top of the video description box to jumpstart your new account with a free epic champion and a whole bunch of starting resources, man. Maybe you want to start off a new free-to-play adventure. Maybe you want to just start off an alt account for the hell of it and come join the clan GL bootcamp. It would be awesome to have you, you know what I'm saying? Whatever your reasonings are, get that promo link used if you're looking to start off a new raid adventure. Anyways, man, next champ, and this is another one I can't believe we haven't touched on. To be honest, it feels like he's just a very well-established, very well-respected rare champ, and somehow we just haven't touched on him just yet. The absolute provoke Gigachad tank boss, known as Taragi the Frog. His A1, man, attacks one enemy, has a 30% chance of blessing a strong decrease attack debuff for a couple turns. Not bad. The A2, I believe, is the AoE Provoke. Attack all enemies with a... Ooh, you don't get to increase the debuff chance with books. You just reduce the cooldown, huh? That's a little bit gnarly, but it's still an excellent, excellent skill. 50% chance of placing a Provoke debuff for 110. The chance increases... Oh, okay, I see, dude. I just didn't read the full thing and I totally forgot how this functioned. The chance of placing the Provoke increases by 5% for each debuff on the enemy team. And dude, this guy is applying debuffs, man. Believe it. Not with his A3, however. It's all about his passive, man, but we'll get there. The A3 is a 310 cooldown, fully booked. Bro, the value of skill tomes in this guy is nuts. It's actually off the charts, man. Crazy as hell. Anyways, place a shield buff equal to 50% of this champ's max HP, so you just build him to be just chunky as hell, and a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except this champ for 2 turns. So he's provoking the hell out of people, he's shielding the hell out of himself, and he's protecting his allies. Also heals his champion by 25% of their max HP and places a reflect damage buff on them for a couple of turns. Bro, what's this at the bottom? The heal increases by 2.5% for each poison debuff on the enemy team. Well, of course it does. You know why? Because he's passive. When attacked, has a 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff on the attacker for 2 turns. Occurs once per hit, albeit. But still, nonsense stuff. So an AoE Provoke, inviting those attackers in, spreading poisons everywhere, then just healing the crap out of himself, shielding the crap out of himself, and protecting the hell out of his allies, mitigating damage. What an absolute raid boss, man. Yeah, how the hell did we not cover Taragi, man? This guy's really, really good in the clan boss for obvious reasons. Just vastly increasing your team's survivability. Decreasing clan boss's attack is obviously hugely valuable. Getting the poisons up in the clan boss, extremely valuable. Passive also makes him really, really good into things like, you know, Scarab King, that sort of thing. Most normal dungeons, he's just kind of one of those that's just sort of good everywhere. And with this passive, yeah, it just opens up Scarab King, clan boss. Makes him even more OP than your average bear. You know what I'm saying? And crap, I've been forgetting to actually cover what kind of gear you usually see these champions in, so we're going to start now with Taragi, man. Usually it's going to be perception-style gear. Get that accuracy up, make sure you're actually landing the provokes, the poisons, that kind of thing. Speed works great. I've also heard some people mention that they feel he's a little bit squishy, that he does a good job provoking, you know, all that stuff, right? But you want to be careful that he's not too squishy. You're going to build a lot of accuracy on this guy, right? And so some folks are going to build him in that tankier gear. Some folks even build this guy in lifesteal. What the hell do you think of that, man? I don't know if I'm sold on that. Next up we have Tagore of the Orcs faction. And dude, this guy is just an absolute resto shaman, dude. The amount of sustain he provides to a team is absolute nonsense. Really, really good in obviously a lot of general and wave-based content, stuff like faction wars, whatever. But can easily become a old, reliable kind of staple in a lot of your teams as you venture through the Doom Tower. Now, is he worth rushing to 60 right away as a new player on a new account as soon as you pull him? Well, I don't know about all that. Probably not, right? There's probably, with him being a supporter, you generally want to be upgrading your attack-based champs first. But hey, as you start to hit like the early to mid-game life phase or whatever of your account, he can be one worth keeping, one worth getting to 60 men. So his A1 attacks one enemy 2 times, places a 60% increased defense buff on the ally with the lowest current HP. Nice little effect. The A2 is where it starts to get real serious. Attacks all enemies, places a 30% increase speed buff on all allies for 2 turns, then heals all allies by 15% of this champion's max HP. Oh yes, you want to build this guy to be an absolute rock steady HP Gigachad. Obviously you don't want to be neglecting things like speed, of course. That sort of goes without saying, but yeah, you want this guy to just be an absolute tanky raid boss and getting off as many huge heals as humanly possible. And here's why else you want to build him in super high health. The A3 dude. It's a revive all dead allies with 30% HP. Also places a shield buff on all allies equal to 20% of this champ's max HP. So just build him to be the last orc standing and you'll do fine. Next up, we've got Philia, dude. And this is not an obvious champ that you want to take to 60 all the time. By the time you reach the time in the game where you might be wanting to use her, you might already have a better legendary option or something to that effect. But if you do pull her and you're struggling in Doom Tower, particularly with Dark Fae, but also Scarab and even Frostbiter in the Doom Tower, this gal, this attack-based god, or goddess rather, can come in absolutely clutch. She's also pretty damn good in most of the normal dungeons as well. She can be well worth investing in to pay off in the long run. Quick kit breakdown. So the A1 is a attack one enemy 2 times, destroys the target's max HP by 10% of the damage inflicted, so not bad to have that effect on an A1 right off the get-go. The A2 is an attack one enemy with a 100% chance fully booked. It doesn't take many bucks either. 410 cooldown, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, fully deplete the target's 10 meter. Extremely good against the likes of Dark Fae, where you're trying to prevent as many turns happening as possible. And of course, a lot of other Doom Tower bosses that we already mentioned. And the A3 is an attack all, fill this champion's 10 meter by 50% and heal them 15% of the damage inflicted if this attack is critical, which you're damn sure it is going to be if you have it geared up correctly. Also, yeah, the passive is kind of interesting, I guess. If this champion has 2 or fewer buffs at the start of the turn, that's 2 or fewer, dude. Oi, oi, oi. Place a 50% increase attack buff and a strong increase crit damage buff in this champ for 1 turn. Nice. Yeah, she hits something like a truck. You do want some perception gear on her, like at least like a 2 set, probably, just to get her accuracy up and make sure that you are actually landing the 10 meter depletion effect. That's going to be quite important. Besides that, you're just stacking this gal with damage, man. Savage gear, cruel gear, you know, whatever you can get your hands on to get her up to 100% crit and just pump as much damage as humanly possible. Damn good single target nuker. And next up, this one's going to be a bit controversial, man. I'm going to consider little beanhead here, old Gruckus, an honorable mention, okay? Because you know what? He's all right into Dark Fae as well. That's why I was kind of reminded of old Gruckus when I was kind of researching this guy after I pulled him from a shard. I was like, is he actually any good? You know, like, skipped with his little small shrunken head. Like, is he actually any good? Okay, so he's got a triple hit on the A1, chance of applying leech. Can never be underestimated, right? Those leech debuffs tend to scale up pretty nicely. The A2 though, dude, is he decent at the Dark Fae? Maybe he is, maybe he ain't. I think he's pretty okay though. I'll be keeping him for that reason because I've already pulled him. So the A2 is an attack 1 enemy with a, well, I guess fully bugged 100% chance of placing a strong decrease speed debuff for 2 turns, and also has a 80% chance fully bugged of decreasing the target's turn meter by 30%. So decreased speed, 10 meter reduction, also very good into Dark Fae. And also on his A3, dude, he has a 100% chance of placing a strong decrease attack debuff in an AoE and a 100% heal reduction debuff for a couple of turns as well. Also just pretty tight into Dark Fae. I mean, he's not going to be killing off the copies for you or anything like that, but you know, could be alright. I guess I'm more just mentioning him, hopefully, because, you know, I don't have many epics on my account, and so getting any value that I can out of the guys that I do pull is going to be a big deal for me. But another one that I did pull is actually going to be the final champ that we cover in this video, and it's got to be Siege Hulk, dude. Oh my god, this is another champ that I pulled. I didn't realize how good he was into the likes of Dark Fae, but oi 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 oi, this guy hits like an absolute truck. Here we go, dude. So the A1 attacks 1 enemy, decrease the target's 10 meter by 15% if the target is under a decreased defense or decreased speed debuff, which if you're building a Dark Fae team correctly, then they should be, right? And so the 10 meter reduction is pretty good. Certainly not production. What the hell am I saying? The A2 is a place strong increase attack buff on this champ for 2 turns, then attack all enemies. Also has a 100% chance fully bugged of placing this strong decrease defense debuff 2. Crazy massive damage. Obviously Siege Hulk's job in the Dark Fae fight, I mean the 10 meter reduction is good. He does have some decreased speed as well on the A3, which we haven't got to just yet, but his main job is just going to be annihilating the sort of mirror copies that the boss summons. And so the A3 is just a huge single target nuke. Increase the crit rate and crit damage on this champ for 2 turns, then attacks 1 enemy with a 100% chance of placing that decrease speed debuff for a couple of turns. And so yeah, that's Siege Hulk. Dude, I am so excited to build this guy out. Just build out a big chunky nuker for one purpose and one purpose only. Just dismantling the hell out of Dark Fae. Obviously, we're going to need to build him with a little bit of accuracy, which is always a bit annoying, but besides that, I guess it's just going to be building the crap out of this guy with a stupendous amount of damage and having an awesome time while doing it, man. So, yeah. Siege Hulk, I'm excited to build him. It's gonna be awesome. And hey, that is about gonna do it for this happy little video. As always, boys, make sure to drop any underrated, sweet epic champions that you are getting a lot of value out on your account down below in the comments, and maybe we'll pick them up and throw them into the next episode of the best epic champs you want to be maxing in Raid. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers now, which is just absolutely mental. If you're looking to jumpstart a new Raid Shadow Legends account, make sure you do so by clicking the promo link down below at the top of the video description to kickstart your account with a free epic champion. For now, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all did enjoy, and I'm going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later.